Hello and welcome to another Reddit reading. As always, I'm your host Rob, and again with me today is Mitch.
Hello.
How's baby Isaac doing?
Really good.
That's good.
Really good.
That's good. You never ask about my kids though.
How are your two kids
They're
doing?
alright, I suppose, I think. But today we have more Reddit readings, and today Mitch is going to do some readings for us as well.
I'll try my best.
We've got a mix. I've got some good ones. Have you got some good ones?
Yeah, I got 3 actually. So
You got 3?
I got 3. I found one at the last minute as well.
I only told him to get 2, so
do the work.
Yeah, blowing me away. Don't blow me away in this studio. People are already suspicious enough of us. Please don't blow me. Today I fucked up. I gave my 4-year-old his first existential crisis. I did one of those age progression apps that aged me to about 70, and I showed it to my son, not even thinking about the consequences of my actions. For a little backstory, we've just moved in with my best friend who recently lost a grandma to old age. It was my son's first exposure to death, and he is very matter-of-fact about things. When my friend or her boys talk about her, he will sometimes chime in with gems like, yeah, but she's dead, so... He has asked all of the normal questions about death that 4-year-olds have, and I think basically he understands it. His response to this picture that I showed him was not what I was expecting. He instead completely broke down, and for almost an hour he just cried and wailed. I don't want you to get old and die. Please don't get old and die, he repeated over and over, as if saying it would somehow will me into existence forever. Nothing I could do or say could comfort him. He did this until he passed out. It was bedtime. I think for the first time he realised that I would die, and what that actually means. Did I just traumatise my baby? I feel so stupid for showing him the picture. I should have known.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a thing that happens to everybody to varying degrees, because both me and my sister, when we was younger, got really upset around about that age when we... Because, you typically think of the older people in your life first going, naturally. So we both got upset about our grandparents. Usually you have a dream that they die or something like that. And when it's in the dream, it feels really real.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, luckily they're both still here. But it's a lot for that age, because it's like you're grasping these truths that are quite hard to...
Oh, definitely.
Get your head around.
I mean, for the first 10 years of my life, I was pretty much raised an only child for the first 10 years. And so... All I had was my parents, and I used to spend a lot of time watching films, and so I think like death in films was like always an exposure to me. And then I think one day it clicked, probably around about the same age as this lad, and since then, like as a kid up until becoming an adult, my biggest fear was the loss of my mum.
Yeah.
And it changes as you get older. You start fearing your own death when you start getting old.
I imagine that. Well, when you have kids and stuff as well, then you begin to worry about yourself not being around more than your parents as such.
Yeah, I mean, I dread my parents' death. I dread my death, but I think every parent's worst fear is the death of their own child.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
So it's nice to know that your kid loves you that much.
Yeah, I don't think this person did anything particularly wrong. It just the kid got exposed at probably the time when it would have the most effect on them.
Yeah, it was
especially with the context of, was it someone's grandma
Yeah,
dying?
so the kids obviously understanding that old people, you get old and then eventually
you don't just disappear.
Yeah. So this child seeing her as old and just realised, oh, that's gonna happen one day.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah, and the permanence of it and everything.
Yeah. So, what can you do? I mean, just...
It was going to happen one way or another, but maybe not with the AI agent apps and such.
But I don't really know what else to say on that subject.
Yeah, I don't think they really messed up too bad. No. Go easy on yourself.
Insert an image of Mitch old. Am I the arsehole for telling my parents that they could be part of my kids' lives if they gave me my inheritance? So, my grandparents passed away when I was very young. They left me an inheritance that would have paid for my education and helped me get a start in life. If my parents had left it alone, I would be in a good place. My cousins and older sister are all debt-free and own their own homes. My dad decided that he could do better than the account my grandfather left my money in. I got $27,000 when I was old enough to get my money, and that was about 10% of what everyone else got. My parents also lost a bunch of money that had been left to my mum. I've cut my parents out of my life. They were not invited to my wedding, and they've not met my kids. My sister is child-free, so I have their only grandchildren. My parents want to be part of their lives, and I've said that if they replaced my money with interest, I would forgive them and allow them to meet my kids. They say that I'm being ridiculous and that the amount of money I'm asking for would put a huge dent in their retirement fund. I've asked them how much they would have if my idiot father didn't think he knew better than my grandfather. My sister thinks I'm being mean. I told her that she's welcome to give me her money if she didn't think it was a massive factor. She said she wasn't going to do that. I also suggested she go have a kid if she wants them to have grandchildren. Once again, that's not an option. It's been years, and obviously I'm still pissed that they stole my future just for my father's ego to show that he could turn a profit investing like my grandfather had. Am I the arsehole?
I don't think this one's as clear cut, to be honest, as the ones we've done before.
No, this is a very weird family dynamic. Obviously, I think I'd be annoyed too, though. I think like this. Obviously, they were a child, so they weren't able to take their money out.
Yeah.
But obviously their father, who isn't even the grandfather's child, because it's clearly from reading that it's the mum who's the child.
Okay.
And the dad's just gone, you know what, I'll take my kids' inheritance without their permission and do some investments. Sure, he might have had good intentions.
Yeah, well, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt in that respect. Like, they might have been able, if it turned out differently and they got them more money, this wouldn't be the story.
They wouldn't be upset. Yeah.
No.
But I think it is a case of like this was. It sounds like there's no confirmation in the story itself, but it sounds like it was taken without permission.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And I don't think that's...
There's plenty of ways to grow something as well that's probably not... It's not going to be as high risk as this person took out, but you get steady returns and...
Just leave it in an ISA,
that's what I mean.
And it'll build on its own, I think.
So for me, there's obviously a strong financial element running through all this, and this person got 1/10 of what everyone else got. I'd be fuming with that as well.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, right, I come from like a completely different world to this. Obviously, it's all in dollars, but all my grandparents are dead, and I've never been left a penny. So to have $27,000.
I mean, it's not nothing,
isn't anything to grumble at. I'd put that down on a house.
Exactly, it's like, and the cheaper in America houses, aren't they anyway? So, they could definitely get something with that.
Yeah, I'd be getting my passport and leaving, I suppose.
Yeah. The thing is, this person, it's like, you'd be annoyed because you didn't get as much as anyone else, but you still got something, and these parents, separate to the financial involvement, are they good people? We don't know. They've got the money element wrong, but they want to be present in the grandchildren's lives.
Yeah, that's important.
I think they should be given a chance personally to, rectify the relationship any way they can. And this person got 27 grand. They can learn to live with that. These grandchildren were separate to all that. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
It sucks, but this 27 grand, man, I wouldn't be mad about getting that.
Granted, so everyone else got 270,000.
Well, you put it like that.
I can see it. I can see the jealousy.
It's not a kick in the teeth, though, is it?
No,
it's something.
No, but you shouldn't also compare your life to other people.
This is the thing. They're gonna be
and it's a sibling as well, so there's jealousy there.
Yeah, it might make them more resourceful in the long term.
Yeah, I think just it's a hard one. I know I'd be annoyed if someone took my money that was for me and just did what they wanted with it without my permission. Then I'd be upset about that. 27,000. I'm not gonna complain too much about that. I'd be happy with whatever. They want to be there for the grandkids, so just let bygones be bygones. You don't have to be best friends with them, but if they want to know your child and your child wants to know them, just let it.
So the original thing is, do I let them into my children's life and get the inheritance? I think you gotta let that one go. Yeah. You gotta just let it go. It doesn't mean be
happy families with your parents. Let them get to know the kid, and if the kid wants to get to know them, fair enough. You've made your position clear. You're not interested in doing anything with them. No one can make anything right if you don't give them a chance.
Exactly, and this person is going to be carrying that around with them for the rest of their lives, and denying their kids potentially a good relationship with their grandparents. So that's just going to make a bad scenario worse. So
and this person, they want, to be a bit cheeky, they want the rest of their money plus interest, and they've said that'll take a big dent out of their retirement fund. So is long game. Get your kid to be all nicey. When they've popped it, it sounds like they've still got that 270,000. Get your money back.
Agent on the inside.
Play the long game.
Play the long game.
Do we think they're the arsehole though?
I think they're potentially verging into arsehole territory because they've had a lot of time to think about it and make peace with it. And what kind of example you set into your kids by being all about money?
Yeah.
So.
It sounds like they're asking for a little bit of advice as well. Should they let them in?
I think.
And so I think there's some self-awareness to know, okay, I might be being a little bit of an arsehole here. So they're not fully an arsehole, but they're definitely heading into that territory if they were to carry on.
Yes.
So, sort of an arsehole.
Mum wants me to reconnect with my absent dad. Hey, on Sunday, I, 20 female, got a text from my dad. I've made it clear to him in the past that I have no interest in speaking to him, and I have not spoken to him in 3 or 4 years. In the past, my mum has told him I do not want to talk to him, yet recently she texted me today and she said to talk to him, because he really cares about me. My mum thinks that I should talk to my dad because he's my parent, but I truly don't feel comfortable connecting with him. My dad was quite absent from my life, and my mum raised me by herself. I don't hold any hatred towards my dad, but connecting with him makes me feel uncomfortable. I do not want to force a relationship with someone that I genuinely don't want in my life. However, my mum keeps saying I need to talk to him and I feel stuck. My dad has gone as far as showing up to my mum's house out of nowhere in the past simply to gift me things or to spend time with me. I understand that he's my dad, but I don't know how to approach the situation since he roped my mother into this. What should I do about this?
Ooh, this is wow. Well, it's very vague. I think we've got a little bit of possibly like an unreliable narrator because I don't know why. I want to know why they don't want to connect with their dad, and it sounds like from what they've described, and they're considering it a massive ball ache. To be fair. Going, oh, he's doing this, he keeps turning up and giving me presents and wanting to spend time with me and wanting to reconnect with me. Sounds like this dad's actually really just trying to put in a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, that's one take, but depending on if he's not been in this picture at all, and I've not spoken to him, so there's been a previous dialogue between the two of them.
They were connected at one point and then it's broke off.
It seems he's had nothing to do with her until she was older. Like probably in the late teens.
Yeah.
So he's forgone all of the important years of her life, and now wants to shoehorn himself into her life now, and when it's too little, too late probably.
Yeah. I just feel like we're missing really important context as to why the conversation stopped to begin with.
Yeah.
Because I think that context is very key into really giving it. I mean, as
we're just shooting in the dark otherwise, aren't we?
It is like we don't know what this man could have done. He could have gone to prison. He could have got a partner and had kids with them and decided, you know what, I'm not interested in the other child. I'm going to go away.
Yeah.
And then come back once everything's fallen down. Or there's so many factors.
I think he's just probably a deadbeat dad who just vanished. As it's not uncommon, is it?
No.
And I think now that mum's done all the heavy lifting, I'm just quite confused as to why the mum is so keen on getting him back in her life. What's the angle there?
Maybe he's pecking Ed and she's fed up of having to put up with him.
Most likely.
The child is what, 20? I'm not with the mum of my kids, but I feel like if my kids are 20 and I've got their mum pecking my head, just talk to your own kid, and I tell my kids to talk to their mum.
Yeah,
I'm not
suppose
interested.
you don't want to play the middleman.
My kids are grown up now. I don't want anything to do with this person. Can you just go and talk to them instead?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I feel if she's something she really doesn't want to do, then she probably just shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do it just to appease your mum or anything. You got to do it when you're comfortable. Maybe there's time down the line to have this reconnection, but if you're not feeling it yet, you're not ready for it yet, don't have it.
Yeah, I think from her point of view, the father forgoed his right to be in her life when he chose not to be, and now she's an adult. Maybe if he interjected when she was younger, could have been something salvageable.
I mean, I'm trying to also think if, like, in these, 4 to 5 years in the story that she's cut contact with him, has he been trying during them 4 to 5 years, or has he just been absent completely? And now, because that was part of the thing I was trying to work out when listening to the story. Yeah, just do what you think is right, is what I think.
Yeah, I stand by. Just don't succumb. Don't let him in. Like keep your walls up if you don't want him in your life. Entitled mum tried to reserve the baby name I've had picked since I was 12. I, 28 female, am 8 months pregnant with my first child. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved the name Eliana. It's unique, feminine, and it just always felt special to me. My friends and family have always known this, even jokingly calling dibs on middle names when I was still in high school. Fast forward, my cousin, 29 female, is also pregnant by surprise and recently announced she's having a baby girl too. At the baby shower last week, I mentioned that we've officially chosen the name Eliana. She froze. In front of everyone, she goes, no, that's the name I'm using. I already told my mum and everyone at work, you can't use it. I said, I've had this name picked out since before you even graduated high school. You literally made fun of it in the past. She says, doesn't matter. I'm the first to say it now while we're both pregnant. It's mine. My aunt, her mum, then backed her up saying, just let her have this. You can always pick another name. No, I'm not picking another name for the baby I've waited years for just because my cousin impulsively called dibs. I told her she can use it if she wants to, but I'm not changing. I told her if she wants to use it, she can, but I'm not changing. If we both end up with daughters named Eliana, that's her hill to die on. You
make it clear that this is the name that you're going for, basically since you were 12. You've been made fun of it by the cousin, and then the cousin's gone, no, I'm going to use that name now. I mean, tastes can change, and they might go, actually, you know what, that is a pretty good name, and I'd like to use it. But I don't feel you have any right when someone's been saying, well, since they were 12, that they're going to be naming their child this.
Yeah.
And she did the public, and it's very clear. She should know. She got pregnant. She obviously knew that her cousin was pregnant, and you'd go, well, she's definitely calling that child Eliana.
Yeah.
So you'd either, if you really want to call your child that, you just make peace with the fact that you know she's going to call her child Eliana as well.
Yeah.
Or you pick a different name.
There's just some mental gymnastics that's going on for her to even act surprised. That she must be amazing at acting if she could actually be genuinely annoyed at the fact that this girl's chosen this name her entire life, essentially, and then she's purely shocked. And the mum is annoyed as well. Like, it would be no secret at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the acting of the shock. Let's play that out. Okay, right. You're OP, right? And we're 12 right now. You're going to tell me that I'm your cousin. You're going to tell me that you're going to have a daughter called Eliana, right? And I'll be the cousin. And then we'll do a time skip to when we're both pregnant. And then you tell me that you're going to call your daughter Eliana. Okay, so right now we're 12. Go.
I just love the name Eliana.
That is a shit name, innit? Right? Now we're both grown up and pregnant.
I'm calling my baby Eliana.
No! That's my name!
It's like a real life meme.
It's just the entitlement on this girl. And her mum as well, going, just let her have it. Obviously, this person's never been said no to.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. She seems like an utter arsehole, to be fair.
Yeah.
Probably the first time she's ever had no said to her, and the first time this girl's made a decision and it's not gone away. And the thing is, there is no reason they both can't be called Eliana.
No.
The person the OP is graceful enough to actually allow both of them in the first place.
You said you can call it if you want.
She made peace with that, but
yeah.
she didn't. That certainly wouldn't be everyone's stance.
No. Ain't no one stopping her from calling her daughter Eliana. And if she did, and she stopped and called her daughter something else, guarantee you from the way that the cousin and auntie are acting, that this little baby that would be called Eliana would go up to be one hell of an awful little person. Yeah. And it spoiled her name, so call your daughter Eliana and make her nice.
Yin and yang, you've got the good one and the evil one.
Yeah.
This person is faring a lot better than most people in that situation. Just, roll with it, call your daughter Eliana and see what happens. The other person strikes me as she probably will pull out at the last minute and change the name.
Yeah, I think if OP went and said, you know what, okay, you can have Eliana, and then chose a different name, like Sharon, and then went, okay, we're going to have a baby, it's called Sharon. At last minute, the cousin would go, you know what, I'm calling my daughter Sharon.
Yeah,
Eliana's not
giving that, aren't they, really?
And then OP would just be like, really upset about that. She's already had to give up.
Strikes me as one of those political family members where everything has to be hard work and you just dread encountering them.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who gets a moan either way? I've been with my fiancée for over 10 years. We've got 2 kids, a mortgage, the works. We love each other and generally things are good. We do plenty together as a family, meals out, birthday parties, trips away, church, the usual. But there's one thing that keeps repeating itself. I have a social life and go out with friends now and then. Not often, maybe once every couple of months. But whenever I do, she makes a point of saying I never ask her to do things with the kids and that I'm more interested in going out with my mates and spending time with the family. So I try to include her. A few weeks ago, me and my son, we've got season tickets to our local football club, had a match coming up. So I got an extra ticket and invited her along. She's often said that I never take her and she'd like to go. It's something we used to do together before we had our second child. Our youngest would have stayed with my parents for the day. But when I asked her 3 days in advance, she said she was too tired and then claimed football is mine and my son's thing. When I gently pushed back, she doubled down, saying I was forcing her and making it an issue. So here I am, moaned at her for going out and not including her, and then moaned at when I do include her and she doesn't want to go. I feel like I can't win. Does anyone else deal with this?
That is married life.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's always, I think she's obviously tired. Does she have her own friends that she goes out with?
Yeah.
Are you allowing her the opportunity to go out and do stuff with her friends as well? It's a two-way street. You gotta both make sure that you both have time to just be people without being parents. You've got to be able to go off and just be an individual. So I don't know if she's being allowed that, but she definitely deserves it. But it's one of those things, and I think we all do it when we're a bit frustrated. Like, you never invite me anywhere, and then do it out of being frustrated, and then you do get invited somewhere and you go, actually, I don't want to do that one though.
Yeah.
I know I do it because I'm just a fussy bitch, really. That's me though.
I'd say he's trying.
He's tried.
But he's the thing is, you have to question. Oh, he did say they've done it in the past. They've gone to the football games in the past. But things change. How appealing is that to a mother of two who,
already a mother of two, like you said. Sorry, I've cut you off.
No, that's fine.
It's probably already a loud household. They're football fans for starters. There's probably 2 young kids. It sounds like it's a loud house. Easily get overstimulated, and you want to go to a football match surrounded by chanting fans.
Yeah.
More overstimulation.
Up to 11 at that point.
I think if I were her, I'd rather just have a relax.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be up for that. My partner and kids can go off to the football. I'll stay home.
Yeah, well, that's your time for a bit of respite or whatever the word is.
Yeah.
I think this guy...
More family friendly.
His heart's in the right place, but he needs to read the room. She isn't clearly interested in the football, and perhaps rather than suggest something he was going to do anyway, ask her what she wants to do.
Yeah. Or do something that's out of the ordinary.
Yeah, get her involved in the decision making, and if And if that is rejected, then you do have a problem, because, you know, she's not given a solution in either direction. But if you get her involved in the decision making process, everyone.
But sometimes you don't want to be asked what it is you want to do.
You just want to be swept off your feet.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but sometimes it's like, well, you should know me enough that you shouldn't have to ask me what I'd like to do.
It's true, but this is down to communication. Like, you know, she's getting some need unmet, and he's trying, but there's a jarring between it. He doesn't know what she wants.
Well, yeah, communication needs to be worked on from both parties.
Fundamentally, I think everything that goes wrong with a relationship is communication. Rather deep, but
yeah. There's definitely been some times where my relationships have fallen apart due to communication. Like my Uncle Bill used to take me in the shed.
Fucking hell!
And he used to do stuff, and he'd say, if you tell anyone about this, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And actually, I ended up telling someone about it. It turned out he was actually in quite big trouble with the police.
Yeah, naughty Uncle Bill. So yeah, I think with regards to their situation, he's trying, he's doing a lot of things right, but he's just missing the mark a bit. I'm sure it feels like he's bashing his head against the wall. He just needs to get her involved more. Like, just ask, what does she want? What would she like to do? In probably a more sympathetic way than that.
Yeah. Maybe even just because he said the youngest kid was going to be looked after by the grandparents or something like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you get both of them looked after by the grandparents and go for a nice day out together, or a nice lunch, or even an evening meal, something.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they do a lot together already. He says they go to church and other things.
Yeah, she might just want some alone time, or, you know, time with the girls, but she said 3 days in advance that she would be tired for this football game, so that just says she's not interested.
Well, I feel like me and her are the same species, because I feel like I can predict that I'm going to be too tired for something. I often, my partner will suggest stuff to me and I go, no, too tired.
It's not happening in 3 days' time.
yeah. So I understand this woman. Let's play it out again. Let's role play, right?
Am I the man?
Yeah, but you make the improvements. Okay, right. I'm the woman. Shut up! You're being too loud, kids. Oh,
do you want to go to the footy game?
No, I'm too tired. When is it?
It's in 3 days' time.
No, too tired. Can't be bothered.
Not even in 3 days' time?
Nah. I've got a stomachache as well.
Stomachache?
Yeah, can't be bothered with that.
What would you like to do?
What wouldn't I love to do, Derek? I'd love just some time for us together. We never go and get our nails done together anymore. Do you remember I used to go football with you and you'd get your nails done with me? You never do that anymore, Derek.
I'll take the kids to Grandma's and we'll go straight to the salon. So bad.
So that is the end of today's video. Let us know down below what you thought. Hopefully your cousin doesn't try and steal your baby names. Hopefully your dad isn't stealing your money, and that your partners are actually listening to you. And until next time, see ya.
See ya.